Hello, good morning. I hope you all are well. I'm going to talk about W.H. Auden's poems themes with deep research. By reading the poems and poetry of W.H. Auden for long last 5 to 7 years, I have got, after a lot of study and lot of research, I have got six themes, and now we are going to talk about those six themes which are very vital and paramount in the world's history of literature. Okay, without wasting any of our time, let's go back to the themes of W.H. Auden. The thematic dips of W.H. Auden's poetry. Winston Hugh Auden, or simply called W.H. Auden, born on 1907 and died in 1973 at the age of almost 66, stands as one of the most influential and versatile poets of the 20th century. His works traverses a remarkable range of styles and subjects, reflecting the complex social, political, and personal landscapes of his time. Auden's poems are rich with themes that interrogate human nature, morality, history, and the search for meaning. This lecture delves into the central themes that define Auden's poetry, revealing the profound ways he captures the tensions and the hopes of the modern world. Theme number one: the human condition and existential inquiry. At the core of Auden's poetry lies a profound meditation on the human condition. His work often wrestles with questions about identity, existence, and mortality. Poems like Muse the Buke's Earths explore human indifference to suffering, illustrating how life's hardships often continue unnoticed by others. Auden's existential concerns are evident in his use of irony and his interest in how individuals confront despair and meaninglessness. In Funeral Blues, for example, Auden encapsulates personal grief within a universal context, expressing overwhelming impact of loss while contemplating the fragility of human life. His existential inquiry does not succumb to nihilism, but instead seeks a sense of hope or redemption, often through love, art, or faith. Theme number two: political and social engagement. Auden's poetry is deeply engaged with the political turmoil of the 1930s and 1940s, especially the rise of fascism and the threat of war. His early work reflect his early works reflect a left-wing political stance, urging collective action and social responsibility. Spain 1937, written during the Spanish Civil War, is a poignant example of Auden's commitment to political issues, blending poetic form with a call for justice. However, Auden's political views evolved over time. He became increasingly skeptical of utopian ideals and totalitarian solutions, reflecting his reflecting this shift in poems like September 1, 1939. Here, Auden acknowledges the complexity of political crisis and human culpability, avoiding simplistic moral judgments. Theme number three: religion, morality and redemption. Religion and spirituality form another cornerstone of Auden's poetic exploration. A lifelong Christian, Auden's later poetry delves deeply into theological and moral themes. His interest in the interplay between sin and redemption, grace and judgment, permeates poems such as the For the Time Being, a long nativity poem reflecting on Christian doctrine and human frailty. Auden's religious poetry is notable for its intellectual rigor and emotional depth. He often addresses doubt and spiritual struggle, presenting faith not as certainty but as a lived dynamic process. His work challenges readers to consider moral responsibility in an ambiguous and often chaotic world. Theme number 4: Love, Relationships, and Human Intimacy. Love in Auden's poetry is complex, often intertwined with themes of desire, loss, and human vulnerability. His early poems sometimes adopt a tone of detachment or irony when discussing love, reflecting the tensions of personal identity and social norms. Nevertheless, Auden celebrates intimacy and connection as sources of meaning. Poems like Lullaby and As I Walked Out One Evening explore the phases of time and the enduring power of love amidst life's transience. His exploration of homoerotic desire, particularly in his earlier works, also adds a layer of personal authenticity and courage to his thematic repertoire. Theme number 5, and that is the role of art and the poet. Auden frequently meditates on the function of poetry and art in society. He grapples with the poet's role as both an observer and a participant in history. His essay poem, The Poet, addresses the responsibilities of the artist to engage with truth and moral complexities. Art for Odin is a means of grappling with chaos and uncertainty, a way to impose order or meaning on human experience. His poems themselves demonstrate a masterful use of form and technique, blending traditional structures with modernist innovations to reflect the tensions of the age. Theme number 6 is History, Time, and Change. History and the passage of time are recurring themes in Auden's poetry. He views history not just as a sequence of events, but as a moral and spiritual drama. Poems like The Shield of Achilles juxtapose mythological and modern images to critique the brutality and indifference of the contemporary world. Time's relentless movement and humanity's attempts to understand and cope with it permeate Auden's work. His poems often reflect on memory, legacy, and the desire for permanence in an impermanent world. So, to conclude about the total 6 themes of W.H. Auden's poems, W.H. Auden's poetry is distinguished by its intellectual depth and emotional resonance. Through themes of existential reflection, political engagement, religious inquiry, love, art, and history, Auden offers readers a profound exploration of 20th century human experience. His work continues to inspire and challenge, demonstrating poetry's power to illuminate the complexities of life and the enduring search for meaning. So that's all about the themes of W.S. Auden. I do hope if you enjoy listening to this lecture, please give your valuable comments at the end of the video. Thank you. Bye bye.